Hi, this is Andrew for Geek News Central. Today I have in front of me the Sitpack. The name's a little bit of a giveaway to what it does, but it's perhaps not immediately obvious. So let's take a wee look. So what we have here is a polycarbonate kind of cylindrical device. Looks like there's some kind of hinge here at the top. It's roughly the size, I don't know what the size in the US would be, but it's roughly the size of a, if you like, of a half-litre drinks can. Slightly bigger than the standard sort of can of Coke, would be about that size. So, but I guess the key thing about this is that this unfolds. Like a bit like a butterfly, it opens up, and what it does is that it converts into, I guess, what you might call a sitting stick. So it's all very clever, the idea is that you can unfold it and stretch it out, and that when you're waiting in queues or waiting in a park for a concert or something like that, you can kind of rest your bottom on it. So it's going to be a bit difficult to demonstrate this just because it's long, and the field of view for this isn't very big, but we'll see how we get on. So it's all really cleverly done, and it all comes apart if you need to fix it. So this locks into there, and it all uses kind of like a twisting locking mechanism. So you push this up, and then you that's it. You turn it, and once it's turned, it's all locked in place, and you can't. It won't disentangle. So, and basically there's a little rubber foot here, but as you'll see from this, it stretches out, and with each one, so you basically twist it so that all the lines line up. I don't know if hopefully you can see the lines here. It's perhaps a little bit difficult to see, but effectively you just go along and connect all of them up so that they're all connected up. So in the end you get something which is, as you can kind of see, hopefully, it's I guess it's probably a bit over a metre once you actually have it all. I can't even get it all within the camera, so as you can see, it goes right down to the end to a little rubber foot. And again, I can't really demonstrate it very well, but basically, obviously, sit on this bit. The Sitpack is height adjustable, but it's only really height adjustable in two settings, if you like. There's this tube here, basically. So I'm trying to knock the camera over at the same time. Basically, it goes in and out. So you've got one height setting there and one height setting when it's collapsed, like that. So okay. Now I'm about 5'7", 5'8", and I found that for me, actually, the shorter setting was the better one. To be honest, I mean, the perfect setting would have perhaps been something like that. If I had it collapsed all the way, I found that I actually sat, if you like, on the Sitpack, whereas if I had it at full extension and locked in there, I found that I was leaning, if you like, against and pushing backwards on the Sitpack. So if I was on a surface that was a wee bit slippy, the leg tended to slip away from me. Whereas if it was, say, grass or whatever, where the Sitpack kind of dug in a wee bit, it was usually okay. So it's something to bear in mind in that, definitely if you're taller than me, the full extension is going to be great. If you're a woman, then you're going to be looking at the shorter extension at that point there. As I said, there really is only two sizes. You can't adjust any of the other bits. So this particular model, I would say, is definitely unsuitable for children. I don't know if Sitpack have any plans to produce a child's version, but just really to say that's something you need to bear in mind. And to disassemble it, it's really just a case of rotating everything back so it all pops back in. Now none of the turnings take any force. They you just need to get familiar with which way to twist them to fold it all back up again. And that's your Sitpack all closed back up again. It is. I mean, it's certainly not a. It was not what I call a light device. There's a bit of a weight to it. I guess to be honest, it's actually about the same weight as a drinks can, not only in terms of size, but it also in terms of weight, so just need to factor that in if you're carrying it around. In terms of comfort, we're not going to pretend that this is anything other than hard plastic. So if you are going to be sitting for a long time, it probably is worth looking at a cover, or even just putting a jumper or something on it to make it that little bit more comfortable. In my experience, after sitting on this for about 10-15 minutes, you did start to get a bit of I feel like a numb bum, but it's certainly a lot better than standing around doing nothing, as it were. So just bear that in mind if you are thinking of purchasing. I didn't get a pad to go with this, so I can't comment on how comfortable that is, but it might be worth spending a few extra pounds to get that. To confirm some of the details on the Sitpack itself, the prices start from just under £40 in the UK. It's priced usually in euros, which is I think 55 euros. There are a couple of optional extras. You can have a carry strap, which is just under £15, or rather just under, it's £13.61. It's on special offer at the moment. And as I mentioned earlier, there is also a cushion that gives you a bit of extra comfort on the top here. It's currently priced just over £21 as it stands at the moment, and you can get additional feet. You probably saw it in the bottom. The little, this is that's the foot there. So if you need an additional foot, they come in actually a range of colours, and they're also £6.80. At the moment, the available colours for the Sitpack do seem to change. Not at the moment on the website. They have black ones, they have camouflaged ones. There's a few for the special St Patrick's Day one. So I think, and there's a blue one as well. So I think if you are interested in one, just go ahead and see what colours are actually available at the time. This one here's the white one, and it's available. That's available as well. If you are interested in more information, the thing won't stay still. It's sitpack.com for more information. On an additional note, I have to say I can recommend Sitpack's customer service. When I first got the Sitpack, I managed to break it, and it was entirely my fault. There was really nothing wrong with the Sitpack itself, but a few emails, correspondence with them. I certainly didn't have to say that I was a blogger. I had received it through their PR agency. They sent a replacement part. I couriered it from Denmark. I think it is Denmark or Norway. I'm getting into all kinds of trouble here. And it arrived within a few days, and it's actually very, very easy to replace any of the elements within the Sitpack. Effectively, without getting into too much detail, these pieces all telescope into each other, but they are only held firmly if you extend them in this direction. If you actually push them back in this direction, they all kind of unclip, not quite like a what are those? Oh, not quite like a Russian doll, but very similar one. So to actually get into the mechanism, it's actually just a case of, oops. If you want to actually get into the mechanism, it's actually just a case of giving a very firm tug on between these two pieces, and the whole lot comes apart into each individual element. So it's actually very repairable, and while still being extremely robust. So that probably wraps it up about now. So this is Andrew for Geek News Central, taking a look at the Sitpack portable seat. Thanks very much. Bye.